Thanks. Hi, guys. Are you guys doing fine? Are you guys doing fine? Yeah. That's the way, that's the way. I mean, you will never reach a summit without taking some kind of risk. So what is exploration? It is to explore, to dare. It is to break a pattern, to do something different. Exploration is not a geographical journey. It's an inner discovery of your own potentials. I went up to my manager and said, I have a problem. I want to quit my job. I'm biking from Grand Hotel in Stockholm to the Sahara. He said, you can't quit. You're fired. It was the most stupid thing I ever heard in my entire life. You see, the difficult part is always to find out what your goals are, not to actually reach them. Those things that I thought was impossible actually became possible. And how did they become possible? Through doing it. If you take, for example, this brick wall, and you ask me, can you walk through this brick wall? I mean, the obvious answer would be no, it's a brick wall. You cannot walk through a brick wall. My answer would be, I don't know how to do it. But just because I don't know how to do it doesn't mean that it's impossible. It just means that I don't have the knowledge to do it yet. If I would show an iPhone or internet in the 1300, I mean, they would probably burn me alive. Maybe we can never walk through a brick wall, but that's not the point. The point is, I don't know. So, impossible versus possible. So what is impossible? Well, you can create your own future. But all these things that you see, technology, medicine, exploration, all these things that were impossible became possible through doing it. So many years ago, there was this guy who ran faster than 10 seconds on 100 meters. And then everybody started to run faster. But before that, why even try? Because it was impossible. And then one day, somebody did. So he changed the way people look at it. So all these expeditions also changed in a way. I mean, even the first trip to the moon was changing. People thought it was impossible to walk on the moon. Then somebody did, and the impossible became possible through doing it. By trying to reach impossible, you will reach the highest level of possible. Can I also do things that are impossible? Can I also be that person who does the things that other people say would be impossible? I have something in my latest book called PPL, the public and the personal limit. The public limit is what everybody tells you, and the personal limit is what you decide. So if you have this invisible wall standing behind you and what's possible. So I wanted to do the 7 summits, the highest point on all the 7 continents all around the world. And after a few years, I reached summit of Mount Everest, which was a very interesting mountain. Thanks. You have to push your limits. You cannot reach the summit of Everest. There's no shortcut. You have to work your way hard. And sometimes you have to go far to see how far you can go. Well, you can never reach any position in life without pushing the limits. It's better to do a few mistakes than to regret the things you never did. Oh, so you have failed. How does it feel? No. I just postponed the success until next year. What do you mean by that? As long as I keep on trying, you can never say that I failed. The moment I stop, the moment I quit, the moment I say I give up, that's the moment you can say that I failed. But as long as I keep on trying, you can never ever say that I failed. I knew that it would be possible, but you have to believe in your true potential. So dreams, what are dreams? Dreams are something people are afraid of. Because if you have a dream and then you fail, then you become a failure. Why don't you use the same method you do in your goals to reach your dreams? It's worth it, it's possible, but it's hard. I'm gonna cross the most dangerous place on Earth with an average temperature of minus 52. 2,400 kilometers for 60 days with a guy I've never met. So it all starts inside your mind. If you're focused enough and if you believe in that, the positive thinking goes into positive action and positive results. 525 days, but it was worth it. So which means that the feeling of reaching a goal, it was fantastic just to go from one side of the earth to the other. The feeling was undescribable. So now I'm traveling around the world, mostly in Asia, but also in the US, with political leaders, leaders from all over the world, talk about dreams and the true potentials. Actually, the tip of the iceberg, as our friend from Instagram said before, the tip of the iceberg was actually what I saw in myself and how I saw other people. So what have I learned? Well, first of all, I see the true potentials in people and also in myself. And the only existing limits are the ones we set for ourselves. It's possible to create your own destiny. If you decide something, you can actually achieve it. No matter how difficult it might look, it's still possible. Difficult, yes. Impossible, no. I mean, just the word in itself, impossible, what does it stand for? Well, impossible is just to play with words. It's actually impossible. NASA has this saying that failure is not an option. But failure must be an option. But fear must not. We must dare, we must step outside our comfort zone, and we must understand that impossible is possible. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Doing more and figuring out what's possible, and there's no better example I've ever heard than that.